welcome to MS4, and today I'm clinging on to my summer fantasies. Even though I know in lots of places kids are going back to school, those breezes of fall are wafting in, I want to cling on to summer for as long as I can. And because I live in a fabulous place with lots of sunshine, I can do that. But I'd like to share that with you, and so today we're going to be working on a fun summer look with Fenty, which is one of the product lines that I feel like you can make an easy summer look in no time flat. So come with me and hold on to the endless summer. All right, I'm gonna take off my spectacles. All right. And we're gonna go in with the Fenty Eavesdrops. Now this is a great light foundation skin tint. Shake it up a little bit. I like to apply these with my fingers because I can get a nice even coat, put it where I want to, be in control of it, and get it to blend in with the warmth of my hands. Now I love living by the beach. I don't get there as often as I'd like to, but I drive by it going to the grocery store all the time. So I like to invest in that sort of summer feeling whenever I can. Like I said, young Monica would be very proud of me for living the life. All right, this is one of my go-to foundations because it's just so stinking easy and it looks really pretty on. Okay, voila, we've got it done. Now, for the Fenty face products, we're going cream today, and we're gonna go in with the cream bronzer in Butter Biscuit. I also like the naming for Fenty's products. I'm gonna go in with the Yensa bronzer brush and just give myself that nice sunlit glow. So even if you haven't been spending 4 billion hours at the beach, or if you've been, using your sunscreen appropriately so you're not really a bronzed goddess, you can always fake it. So applying this to the cheekbones, a little bit of the jawline, and then up into the hairline. And this is a nice product, water resistant. So if you happen to be playing in the ocean, or if you're just doing dishes and, collateral damage. I've had Beach Boys stuck in my head for days. I feel like it's just the Rage Against the Machine, but in this case it's not the machine, it's the back to school, which is its own vibe, but I'm not ready yet. Still hanging on to summer. Okay, so this we're going in with the cream blush, and this is the Daiquiri Dip, and this looks scary in the pan, but it looks really lovely on the cheeks. It's a great summer sort of a color story. Let me get my other mirror up here so you can see what we're doing. And just dab. This is also water resistant. But what I like about these products, I hate having things that are tacky feeling or sticky on my cheeks. And these powder down really quickly where there's just a tiny bit of emollients. But for the most part, they just sink right in and powder down and behave themselves. Now we're going bright and sunny. We want to see our cheek color, and we can always powder this down if we need to be a little more subdued. But right now we're looking for that fun color payoff. The nice thing about these is you can always walk them back. It's not like products where, if you put this on, you're done for. Okay, so I'm gonna keep this handy because we're actually going to use this on the eyes. Now, with Fenty eyeshadows, I have not really gotten excited about most of the powder eyeshadows from Fenty. So what I do is improvise. So we're gonna come back to this. We're gonna go to highlighter right now. But we're gonna come back to the blush because we're actually gonna use the blush and the highlighter on the eyes. So we're gonna go to the highlighter. This is Hustler Baby. And this is blingy. But the nice thing is you can apply this lightly, ever so lightly for your highlighter, and then come in with a more blingy read for the eyes. So this is Hustler Baby. It's very gold. So I'm gonna take a light highlighter brush and just a little bit on the cheekbones. And I do love all the names from Fenty, the whole, like, I'm putting Hustler Baby on over Butter Biscuit and Daiquiri Dip. Just the names themselves make me feel fabulous. Okay, so I did tell you that we're gonna be doing this on the eyes. So what I wanna do is take my highlighter brush and I'm just gonna be putting a light bit of that along the brow bone for a more diffuse. It's so funny. I pronounce things differently on camera than I do in real life. So if it was diffuse, it always sounds weird to me. So, like, odd tidbit. All right, so I'm gonna go back in just using my ring finger in the Daiquiri Dip, and I'm gonna add color. So I'm gonna be adding this both to the outside corner of my eye, just using my ring finger to tap, and up into the crease. And again, I'm not terribly worried because this is gonna powder down and we're just having this light read, and we're gonna do a little bit of that highlighter on the other side of it. Okay, so added some color there, heading to the other eye. And see how fast this look is coming together? We could be at a pool party in no time. I'm going to work, but I could be at a pool party. Okay, just tapping it in. And if you miss just a little bit. So now you wouldn't necessarily want to leave it like this because it looks a little bit like you're back in the 80s or you're having a sick day. But we've just set down some color and it matches in with our cheek color. So we're going a little monochromatic. All right, so we're going back into Hustler Baby. And we're going to use that along the lid, and we're going to use our finger again so we get maximum payoff from that. So going into Hustler Baby, we're going to take that, just tap it in from the corner all along the lid, and then go up just a little bit where you're pulling it up into that middle area in your crease. So you're getting that blingy color payoff, both a little up here with your brow bone and then on the movable lid. And you can also take that into your duct area. Okay, go on to the next eye, the other eye. Okay, making sure I'm getting it in the duct area and then up into the crease along the center line. Okay, so we're gonna use a little bit of liner. We don't wanna use too much because I don't wanna go too dark. We're keeping this really light and summery. But we're gonna go in with the Fenty. This is the Flypencil, and this is in Space Cookie. Now I love the packaging because this does shiny. I'm not a crow, but I kind of like the whole, like, it's called Space Cookie and it makes me feel a little bit fabulous that way. It's a triangle so it doesn't roll off your desk. Now these are in a click format. They don't click down. If you get one of these that's dried out or doesn't move along the eye really in a smooth way, that's not creamy, take it back because it's somehow gotten air to it. If you go to Ulta or Sephora and you try these out, and you can tell the ones that have been left out to the air because they just creak along, they don't glide smoothly. So this should be creamy, this should glide smoothly, and if it doesn't, take it back because it's gotten air to it or it's old. There you go. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm not gonna be doing a lot of lining on the lower lashes. I'm just gonna be doing a really tight line close to my top lashes and just a tiny bit of a wing, and then just a tiny bit in the very corner to give just a little bit of shape to it. Space Cookie is kind of a deeper taupey metallic color, and I don't know why it's called Space Cookie, but I'll go with that. So going in real close to the lash line, and a little bit wider as we're getting towards the edge, and then just a tiny wing. Tiny. Okay, and then I'm coming in on the bottom lashes, again really close to the lash line, but still not in the water line, still down below, just to give us a little bit of dimension. Go into the other eye. Okay, close to the lash line. And this is a really pretty color if you're doing more of a taupey look, to do a really a larger line, because it's just really pretty, very shimmery, but not in a just a soft sort of a way. But this one we don't want it taking over. We want to keep that the Hustla Baby and the Daiquiri Dip being the main color read for us. Okay, so going a little wider towards the end and giving us just a baby wing, and then down along the edges. Okay, so now we're gonna go into mascara. Now I had a sample of the Fenty mascara. I am super picky about my mascaras, so it was all right. I didn't love it, I didn't hate it, it was all right. So in the end, we're going back to my Better Than Sex. Now, if you were going to the pool, you could use a waterproof mascara. That way your entire look would be water resistant, FYI. Okay. Just brushing on our mascara, not poking ourselves in the eye. Okay, and now lips. So I have been loving the Fenty, okay, this is the Zesty Besty. This is a glossy lip stain, and what I love about it is that it gives you bright color, glossy shine, and then whenever that wears off, you've got a great, like a bitten lip color. Gives you the Kool-Aid lips without the Kool-Aid, and it doesn't run all over your face like the Kool-Aid. So anyway, going in with Zesty Besty. And it feels just very liquid at first, and then it starts to develop some body, and you'll be able to feel it kind of becoming more like a lip gloss feeling to it. So goes on wet, comes down to a little bit of a body. But there's your Zesty Besty. Now, in a second here, if I wanted to take this down, like I could just go like this and have the really bright color. But as soon as the color sets down, I can tap off the glassy look, and I'll just have that very solid stain look, but it won't be running all over the place, and it won't be, you know, bright glossy if you want to have a more toned down look. So there's that. Let me show you the eye look a little bit closer. And we could take some of the Butter Biscuit if we wanted to have more, that's the cream bronzer. We could take that in the crease also if we wanted to have more of that brown bronzy look to it. Okay, so if I wanted to tone this down a bit, I could take and just tap off some of the glossy. And then just have a really soft lip. Okay, and then I wanted to share one other product besides the Fenty. You might have noticed my awesome nails. This is the Sally Hansen from the Pure line, and this is Sun-Tastic. So there you go. There's the entire look. If I'm ever stuck in traffic on the 405, all I have to remember is that I am living my best life and holding on to summer for as long as possible. And I can play my Beach Boys and enjoy the endless summer all year round. So anyway, hope you enjoyed this. Hope you are going on the waves of summer as long as you want to. And we'll see you in the next video. Have a fabulous day, everybody. We'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.